All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the map bans for JGX versus Oops. It's the Wild Ones. We have the links out. We have the teams itching and raring to go up against each other. So let's go ahead and start up the map bans with JGX voting
So
first.
Kraz needs to ban first, JGX, from what I understand. Oh, there he is. Nice. Let's ban away. Okay. What maps are we going to? The suspense.
All right, Tourmaline Desert first. I don't think we've ever seen that.
Oh, wildlife
Usually-
file is not updating. Oh shit. I can't see anything here. Hang on. I think I got a dodgy link there from live because I can't see anything.
Oh no! All right,
Oh no,
That's-
dude.
live. Why?
I've got the wrong link here.
It works for me. Click the link.
Oh, sorry, no, I'm looking. Sorry, no, I'm using the wrong link. Okay, right now I know what's happening.
There we go.
There we go. Okay, yeah, Tourmaline first. Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be that's certainly a weird one because usually we see, Rubelite or a Hibernal or a Mining Collective, but not Tourmaline. Tourmaline's a weird one to go first. But maybe they just want to get it out of the way,
right? It's a comp favorite, so I'm not surprised that a team like JGX picking it. Honestly, I'm actually not surprised as maybe as much as you are.
Maybe
I mean,
not.
they have been very favorable to this map over the years, and I know why. Like if you get the right side, and they're going to play the lottery here with the teams and the sides and everything, it can be pretty good for them.
It's more that we haven't seen this yet in this series. Like Tourmaline's always been.
Don't forget, right? This is
either
the
banned or the
end game
decider,
here, right? Yeah,
for sure.
So what's gone on in earlier maps and matches and the semis? I would almost somewhat discount some of it simply because what you're going to see today is going to be the last, right? There's no more lobby business. There's no more playing this, that, strats, whatever. Today is you bring the A game, right? And that's
Absolutely.
it. There is nothing else.
Yeah, so Oops picks up Hibernal, and then JGX follows very quickly with Mining Collective. So we are going to see a Mining Collective match guaranteed. That leaves up to Rubelite Oasis and Frozen City. So we'll see where that's going to go.
These are 10 minutes, not 15 minutes, right?
I think they're 10 minutes. I thought they were 15.
I
Yeah,
think they're 15. Yeah.
we had a 10 for the 1v1s.
Oh, Frozen for the decider, and we're going to Rubelite.
All right, and it looks like JGX is going to be Team 1 for the first drop. Oops has picked. Oops has chosen Team 2, which is great. That means we don't have to move anybody.
No, that's good. Not at the start, at least, anyway.
At least not yet. So now the question remains, do they want to trade or do they want to push? So JGX picking Team 2 for Hibernal Rift.
Okay. Team 2 definitely not the stronger side, but pretty strong from Hibernal. We've seen them on that team side a lot over this tournament, so that doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah. Oops picking up Team 2 for Mining Collective.
Now, when these guys go into the 5 minutes, I'm going to go get myself some more water.
Yeah, same here, because my glass is empty. JGX picking up Team 2.
Dude, you're still drunk. You might as well just keep drinking Foster's.
Yeah, I could keep going
I
with the
mean,
Fosters, but it's probably not the best.
I
Won't,
mean,
won't
isn't that
end well. That's the issue I'm going to face here. It is I do have stuff to do this afternoon, maybe.
I mean,
Maybe.
isn't Foster's basically water, and hair of the
No,
dog.
No,
we
no.
call
Have
it
have
cat
you ever
piss.
had to work for what the similarity between American beer and having sex in a canoe is? They're both fucking close to water.
All right. Well, team
Pretty
one
much.
there is 5 minutes because the maps are all done, man. The sides are all picked.
All right, there we go, folks. So let's go ahead and go into our first drop with Tourmaline Desert. Do you have the map ban link, or the map strat link, I should say?
I think I have the right one. Yeah. But in the meantime, very quickly, going to get some water and a drink, and I'll be back, and then we can do some doodling because I suspect that these guys are not going to be necessarily ready in the next 30 seconds.
All right, Didachi,
it's all games and everything. It's not going to happen. Yeah.
Didachi, it's your show while we run and get water. So be right back.
Oh, great. Yeah, thanks, guys. So, I'm interested to hear from Jap. Do we actually think that JGX is going to play just 2016, 2017 style laser trade deck on Tourline? Do we think they're actually going to do a DACA push? Are they going to play the sit back and receive game? Are Ups actually going to play aggressive? What kind of amazing Giga Strat is Stemrod going to pull out from this time? Let me know. I'm curious.
Yeah, it is going to be a good thing. Oh, do you have a timer on you? Because my phone's in the other room and I don't want to go get it.
Yes, I do.
Excellent. All right. So while we're waiting for teams to get ready, Tourmaline Desert is. It'll be interesting to see if we're going to see kind of the side pushes here. Let me go and draw stuff on the mini map. The biggest thing with Tourmaline Desert is Theta. Both teams have pretty decent access to Theta, though I think Team 2 probably has a slightly shorter route, maybe, if you're looking at it from...
They don't have a piece of metal to run over.
Yeah. Whereas, they have certainly on the Alpha Lance side on Team 1, they certainly have more of a straight shot. But what we have seen in the past is usually like a stand-up kind of brawl push. Now, if that's going to happen here in the kind of in the the grand finals, I have no idea. but that's just kind of the things that we kind of would normally see. You would see kind of mechs up on high ground locations. You might see 2 mechs here. You would see mechs push forward by the Stargate. Certainly,
and Kraz is correct. It's 2015 start time officially, but if both teams are happy to start earlier, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Certainly, you can get high ground stuff on Echo on Echo 6. One of the things that we did see from Oops in their previous matches is they did stack up an Alpha Bravo and then push like straight up into here.
Mm-hmm.
So whether they do that again, I don't know. But that's kind of what we've seen in the past. Now, I don't recall ever seeing JGX play this map. Or even if I did, I don't recall exactly how they played it. And I think Ash wasn't this one that you casted where you were kind of
yeah, I bugged out. I was just thinking that.
You were stuck.
Yeah, she's saying reset the timer. So
yeah, no, I'm watching. Yeah, I'm watching the chat. It's okay. I just restarted the timer there because the start time is actually in 5 minutes from now. So that's fine. That works. That's cool. I'm Gucci with that. Yeah, that was actually the map I bugged out, and I could literally see 2/5 of fuck all. It's very, very, very annoying.
Yeah. So the rules, folks, how it works is each team has 5 minutes. So Team 1 starts with 5 minutes to set their lances and their tonnage. Of course, they can do a maximum of 480 tons. And then once they're done and locked in, then Team 2 gets to do the same thing on their side. Again, 480, they get to lock their lances in for 5 minutes. And then we launch the match. We do have a ref with us, Tadachi, and I believe there is there a ref with each of the teams? Is that how it works? Or is it just that you are the ref that rules them all?
I'm just the ref that rules them all. Like, there's
You're
me
the
and
ref that
Ash,
rules them all.
we're refs.
Okay, so what we'll do, because the Twitch ads are extremely invasive, right? So as soon as these guys are done and ready, we'll run a ad just before the lobby drops so that we don't have any interruptions during the actual games themselves. So I'm just going to let the teams know what's happening. If
Okay.
we want to run through the rules quickly or the prizes, perhaps. I mean, these guys are
Either
playing.
that, or we can just start the ad now while we're locking.
But no, because Twitch will run it again in 30 minutes. That's the only problem. So
Yeah, fair.
yeah, I think it's every 30 minutes from memory.
It depends on the duration of the ad. So we do apologize, folks. We are kind of we do have to play kind of with
actually, yeah, we'll just run it now then. Bugger it. I'll just tell Live to do it now.
Yeah. So
So
folks,
we'll
we're
be
gonna run a
back
quick
very shortly.
we're gonna run a quick ad right now, just so that way we are able to bring you an ad-free experience with the actual matches. So we do apologize. We're kind of forced to do this, but stick around, folks. We'll be right back after these messages, and then we will be a few steps closer to our match.
Oh shit! Live ran it now, as in there's not a 5-minute delay. Oh man, fuck. Oops. Oops.
Alright.
And apparently there is a delay that with our delay,
I
it doesn't
totally
honor
forgot
it.
about the delay,
yeah.
as in live, and no, it's okay. We'll have to work that out for later for the other games. That's okay. I'll work it out. Yeah. Right. Sorry about that there with the chat. Right in the middle of the map strat, we had a fucking an ad break. But last time it wasn't. Oh, okay. So Twitch has changed something in the back end there. Okay, cool. All right, that's fine. I'll work it out with Live for the next drop.
Yeah, now the chat's blowing up with what is going on.
Yeah. It's actually, I hate Twitch ads. It's actually one of the worst things that they've done. These midstream ads, and having to basically now force your own ads in a way is just really, really shitty. Not as shitty as airstrikes though. I really hate those things. Just in
The
case
other thing
anyone
is,
is wondering.
can I just suggest, if there's no stream delay, like how much is the stream delay? Is it 60 seconds?
Oh
No,
no, it's longer than that.
stream delay is 5 minutes.
The ad, normally if you click the ads when there's a stream delay enabled in the Twitch, right? It plays the ad in a delayed fashion, but it's not doing that anymore. So yeah.
Well, it's also because I'm delaying.
It's still 5 minutes. There's a good 5-minute delay on the stream. Easy right now. I'm looking at it. This is well behind what we've been talking about like 5 minutes ago. So that's okay.
Yeah, well that's because I've got a 5-minute delay in my OBS. So that's why.
Yeah, on the delay side, we're all Gucci. I'm not worried about that side of things.
Mm-hmm. All right,
3 minutes.
So we do have we do have the team stacked up. Team 1 is stacked up in Alpha Bravo. So are we going to see then something aggressive from
That's
these
a
folks?
very good question from Team 1. I'm going to go with no, actually. Right, I think we'll see. Oh, hang on. I always do this. The first time I click on the map straight, I always don't click the damn button, right? Why do I do this? So we're going to see with JGX at the top end of the map here as Team 1. We're gonna see maybe something in this area as well. There might be a push across. I kind of doubt it because that's pretty risky. You're not going to see another mech here on the Spire, perhaps. I think that'll do. I think they're going to sit back a little bit and play a little bit more reactive the Oops team here.
2-minute warning.
Yep, which are obviously going to go here. I'll give them 1 minute in a sec. Obviously, they're going to put a mech up here. They might go here. We've seen Stargate, like this general area, a lot of late with the teams. Pretty common. But again, dude, it's always about Theta. Like, and Team 1 is basically denying Theta. You can't really cap it easily. So, I'm actually really interested to see. JGX obviously have a pretty good plan here for this map because they picked it. They knew they were going to be on Team 1 here. So I'm actually really interested to see what they're going to do. They've obviously got a plan, and I don't know what it is off the top of my head. Like, I can theorize about this all day, but I know what they're going to be doing is nothing that we've seen yet this season, I should say, in terms of strategy and how are they going to pull this map off. I think it's going to be more of a range and absorb, but Team 1 traditionally is the weaker side. So,
1 minute.
I mean, yep, give them the minute warning. So what are Oops going to do? Are they going to be hyper aggressive? We've seen so many teams from the Team 2 side just go hyper aggressive up to this Theta area, even more so to sort of this department here pretty quickly. Sometimes here too, E4, and basically push the Team 1 backwards. But hey, look, JGX been practicing for 2-3 months now. I know I like to give them shit about it, but they've been practicing 7 days a week, so they have a plan.
They're very tightly drilled, and I think they only practice about 2 times a week actually.
Oh, I know, I'm shit stirring.
All right.
It's funny though. Every time I log on, they're actually ready to go. So in terms of they're ready, but hey, look, they're ready to go. So
honestly, I think that's mostly because Kraz hates this organization.
I hate it too. It just sets me off to no end. But hey,
first game, you hate it so much you sleep in through the cast.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I was fair warning. We all knew I was going to be very, very not quite well this morning. But hey, I'm still here. And we're off with the first game of the 2020 World Champs. Here we go. I'm excited. And don't touch any mouse buttons early.
Yeah, don't touch a thing.
Breaks, right?
Don't touch a thing. I'm not touching a thing. I'm waiting until the drop. Once the dropships move, then I move, which means it'll be a little bit delayed.
Right. If you touch it too much, it'll fall off.
No, right. Okay.
There we
go. That actually might fit a lot of our viewership, perhaps. I don't know. Oh shit, dude. Oh man. After the dropships came in, I still touched my mouse. It's still broken.
Oh no. All right, take
dude,
a look at
me. Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Just
no.
watch Nutty stream on Discord.
All right, take a look at JGX. We have a Commando, Vulcan, Blood Asp, Annihilator, Wolfhound, Phoenix Hawk, Mad Cat B, and a Bushwhacker. Interesting. We already have a heavy trade action going on here, alpha to alpha.
JGX gone hard on that right side, but AC2, Mad Cat B in data here is actually nearly open on the CT, but also Frio very open too in the Annihilator as well.
Yeah, Pasha is at open left torso on his Blood Asp. Looking here, Kong Lord in the Mad Cat B on the Oops side is at 63%. He is open CT, but still has all of his weapons for the moment. Frio, like you said, that Annihilator is doing pretty weak right now. He is open in the front left torso and the rear right torso.
I'm just trying to see what's happening on the edges here, but JGX they've done a forward, basically kind of almost a little bit of a forward arc here to try and stop that push moving forward from Theta to take the map position back, but I don't know if it's going to be enough.
Meanwhile, Oops' light pack is up at Theta. They do have the Theta cap, and now they're poking aggressively at Krasnopesky, at Navid, and
look at the
maybe a little bit of Dario.
From Oops here, just on this right side with the lights. Like, everyone knows where everyone else is. There is no secrets here. These guys are very map aware, actually, with this Team 1 here from the Oops guys. They know exactly where JGX is, but you know what? No one's capped anything else. Very, very, very interesting, right? No one has bothered to go backwards and back cap here. Oh, my game is back. My overlay's back. Hey, there we go. Oh, Jay-Z taking a lot of damage. I'm just looking at this now, as he tends to do lately. I don't know why he does this, but he's always the first to die of late, which has been a good point to give him shit on. But JGX are playing fairly cagey, and understandably so. Nvidia's trying to get up here on the spires to try and get some eyes and see where the guys are. What are they doing? You got Stimrock here in the catapult, far out. Actually, nearly open on the CT. Actually, now he's open. He's actually open now on the CT. Stimrock in that K2. I feel like there's going to be a movement here from Oops very soon. You look at their results; they're all starting to move up.
We have a movement from JGX though. Lermgod and Data in the Mad Cat and Bushwhacker. They went all the way out by Epsilon to get some to get some flanking fire on the Light Pack. Light Pack is now moving up into the stage area.
Oh, I didn't realize Data is actually open on the torso as well. In that Mad Cat. So, they're all on Data. They've halved Data now. They've actually halved Data. Bowser, Kong, and Frio are hammering Data right now. Basically, he's going to be taken out of the game. He's open CT. Cherry one touch on the CT. Konglord has lost a lot of armor in that trading, though. He's open CT as well. Frio is open on the torso and nearly open on the CT. Oh, shit. Bowser, airstrike. Oh, Bowser.
That was a big strike.
Ooh, dude, that's rough. And now the position change here for JGX, right? They're moving up while you have the Oops guys moving onto Stargate here. JGX are taking that side, but in the back corner here, you got Texan, Jay-Z, and Pidzone here hammering Pasha in the back, and JGX are a little bit slow to react. I don't think they realize this. Now Pasha's been halved instantly. The problem's going to be though.
Big strike in the middle of JGX though. Look at that.
Look, that's a huge airstrike. But Oops are now split a little bit. They have to be very, very careful. JGX are rolling backwards here hard. 4 mechs, 5 mechs, all coming backwards here. Oops are trying to get the hell out of here very, very, very quickly. Polycat in the meantime, though, he's doing some capping, by the way. Finally. Oh, man.
Looking at the Oops assaults. The Oops assaults are so hurt.
Oops are so weak right now. Like, they are just... JGX are down 3 mechs, but their other mechs are all super, super fresh because they went on a flank but didn't quite pull off a good flank at all in a ways there. But, man, Oops are weak. They're so weak right now. Like, one good movement here could actually see 4 or 5 mechs from Oops die in a second. 2 or 3 seconds. They could all be dead. This is going to be coming very close. Now, Konglord goes down there. Oh, and P2.
There's that's the movement from JGX that you were waiting for, with Jay-Z at 54, 55, now 47%. He's really hurting. Texan Scrublord is trying to get some shots out at the JGX mobility pack here, but they're otherwise pulling back from Stargate, getting some crossfire from way out by Epsilon.
Yeah,
so they're not the greatest position.
Yeah, Bowser goes down there. Dario was on his ass in that commando, which is just like the one thing you don't want to ever happen. And look at that, very, very quickly, 3 mechs down for JGX, and all of a sudden, 5 mechs down for Oops. As I said,
it's like
just,
a row
there's
of
so many
dominoes.
open mechs. Just crazy. And you know what's not going to happen here, though? They're not going to be able to pull this off on the caps. Oops are not going to be able to do this on caps. It hasn't been long enough at all with the 3 cap to generate enough tickets there.
Yeah, and with so many JGX folks still on the field, they're able to go and hit every single cap.
This is the important part, right? The JGX assaults are all been slaughtered, but it's all the fast mechs that are left over. And Data will limp his way over back to Epsilon. He's just going to sit on the cap. Oh, yikes. That's a big, big first game. That is definitely going the way of JGX here, but that is a massive, massive first game for them. And Oops, actually, they came out swinging. I'm not going to lie. I was a bit like, okay. Oops have kind of struggled in the last few weeks to really be dominant when in games that they probably should have been more dominant, right? Today, they actually came out right then working a lot better. This is not the Oops team I have watched it and casted 2 or 3 weeks ago. It is the same team, it's the same players, but they've actually put a lot of time in. You can see that here.
So we have a very fresh commando in Polycat going up against Dario, and another commando that is a little bit hurting here. Dario is open in the rear. Brawling against Polycat here around the Kappa point. Is she going to be able to take care of him before Ilorso or Bearclaw shows up? But Dario backs up to get the cap on Kappa, and Polycat just keeps running.
It's real. I mean, at this point, it's just super rough. Like, there's nothing you can do about all the speed for JGX is still left. They got caught on the flank there, their assaults, but Oops just ate too much damage in the process of doing it. I feel like if they just had a little bit fresher, right? Like, Oh man, Jay-Z and who was it? Texan and yeah, Pete just got around the back end of that theta area. Just got a little bit caught out there.
Confirming that
The
we
game could
have
have been
possession of Kappa.
very different, actually. They didn't eat so much damage. Oh, look at the commando fight. Ooh.
Yeah, Polycat 2v1, Krasnopesky at 50%, and
Ooh.
the Wolfhound is doing pretty good, but Kraz is open CT. Polycat could take him down.
Oh, Polycat got legged in the
not,
commando. A leg commando
not-
is a dead commando. It's the only thing that kills them. Literally, the only way to kill a commando is to leg it, because you can send 700 damage down at it CT and it never hits.
And there we go.
Resources. This triumph will provide us huge tactical benefits.
Ooh, yeah. Overall, that was a pretty even early game there. Pretty even early game. I'd almost say Oops slightly had it, but they just took too much damage to do what they did. And look at the damage numbers. There you go.
Yeah, take a look at the damage numbers. JGX is pretty even across the board, save for Navid with 178, but everybody else is in the 5.4s or high 3s, or there's a couple mid 2s there, but overall pretty good damage spread. Looking over at the over the Oops side, Bowser doing a respectable 543. Polycat, of course, was capping for most of the game, so it was only able to eke out 50 damage. But it's tough to go 8v7 like that. I know it was kind of calculated to get Polycat out capping to try to get the cap advantage, but was that the best decision in a case like this where you're really facing up against the entire team?
Look, it was almost the mid game. I'm gonna sorry. Let me swap the lobbies over here and get set up for the next drop, and then we'll have a little bit of a chat because JGX at team 2. Okay, so swap these guys over. Yeah, it's
Darren,
interesting.
if you're listening, team swap, please. Such a godsend it would be.
Hang on, I'm swapping the teams.
No, I said Darren,
No.
if you're listening.
Yes.
A team swap.
Oh,
would be
team swap bus. How good would that be, man? Wow.
Oh, that would be amazing. All right, so let's take a look at that map. Let's take a look at that map strat, and let's see what happens. So it started the way that I expected. It really started the way that I expected with that big fight, Alpha versus Alpha, Alpha Lance versus Alpha Lance.
Yeah, so that's kind of what JGX did. They end up sending their mechs around here as well, a little bit further around to the Delta 4 area. Now, Oops did move up to, I think it was roughly this area here, and did put a lot of fire down range once everyone had sort of moved around a little bit on the JGX team, but it just wasn't quite enough. The Oops guys were here on Theta, and they sort of did that flank into the couple of JGX Assault Pasha and a couple of others, while the mediums actually had moved across here for JGX. They had moved across roughly to sort of, well, not fully across to Echo 4, but they'd started, okay, right, let's go. But then they had to come backwards, right? And at that point, you just, in this area of, where is it? The map here, the Oops guys had just eaten a little bit too much damage overall to really, I guess, stop the movement from JGX, which came sort of back around the other side in the end. And they were just, their medium pulse Wolfpack was just super fresh. That was the issue there. That Oops had good trades, had some okay map control, but just ate a little bit too much damage doing it.
Yeah, and I think where they they had the opportunity to really turn it around was the point where you had was like 3 or 4 mechs that were here in Delta 5 that were looking the other way.
Yeah.
And then Oops kind of came over here with 3 mechs, but they took a long time to really take anybody down. I think it was Pasha that was there that he just lived too long. I mean,
they did get him down reasonably quickly, but they didn't bail fast, right? They should have basically either halved him or, okay, yeah, they got him, they got the kill, right? But they should have been out of there. The problem is they ate too much damage before getting out, and in the process of getting away, they were just super weak. And man, damage over time. It was funny, like you see 3 mechs down for JGX, but the other 4 are super fresh, and all of Oops were collectively pretty weak. And then bang, 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 medium pulse in, drop.
Yeah, I think the other deciding factor is when we had the 3 oops assaults kind of in this area here. So there were 2 big strike moments that I saw. So there was a strike moment when they were up here in Echo 4. Um, and that was the kind of the initial strike moment where they kind of struck these 3 mechs. And then there was a second strike moment right here, where you had Bowser, Bowser,
Yeah, Bowser got
Conlord,
hit by an
and one
airstrike
other,
hard.
and
Yeah.
and yeah, that was a difficult strike. There were other strikes that were out there, but they were more zoning strikes than anything else. But those 2 strikes certainly kind of changed the tide of the battle,
2
and
minutes.
Yep.
resulted, of course, in JGX winning on that first drop. Which reminds me, I gotta find my spreadsheet.
Mm. Yeah, I'm wondering, right? Like, I mean, neither team did any capping at all for. I think it was like 2.5 minutes of that game, right? I
Yeah,
wonder if a
Twinkie
little
just
bit.
raised a really good point there in Twitch chat, saying Polycat didn't grab a single cap until over 2 minutes into the game. Why take a commando not to cap?
Mm. I
Mhm.
mean, same for both teams, really, when you think about it, right? No one was prepared to at the early game to send their commando to cap for either team because I guess both teams were worried about the Wolfpack, which is just crazy strong right now. IS Medium Pulse Wolfpack is just insane, and you need the commando there to basically muck up the fray a little bit. But look, I do agree. Neither team was capping though. Like, and
Mhm.
if oops, I mean, in hindsight, we can see this, right?
1 minute.
But if oops did cap right, it would be a lot different game. They would have, after nearly 2 minutes, a hell of a lot more tickets with a 2 or even a 3 cap. And they could have played a little bit more cagey. But I do understand why they went aggressive hard on the Theta because that's what you need to do on Tourmaline right now.
Mhm.
Rocking a hard place. Rocking a hard place. It's, yeah, we can see it from the bird's eye view. I think Polycap probably should have been capping from earlier. But again, if
30
JGX pushed,
seconds.
yeah. But if JGX push, right, you're in trouble as oops if your commando isn't there to go and get into it. But I mean, you kind of at the same time could rely on JGX not to be too push and aggressive. They're more of a rangy team, so maybe a little bit of an error there. I think maybe capping would have been better.
All right, so Team 1 is just very quickly trying to get things firmed up here before their time.
Time.
Oh, Jay-Z just at the very last moment, indicating that he's ready. So Team 2,
He doesn't
5
have his
minutes.
pilot's red cap. So,
Okay, there we go.
All right, so with that, this takes us over
There we
to...
go.
There we go. With that, it takes us over to Hibernal Rift. Oops on Team 1, JGX on Team 2. So what are we gonna see from JGX here?
Well, it's Canyon Network, right? So we're gonna see.
It's
I tell you
basically
now, we're gonna see data here already. I can almost tell you what's gonna happen with whose players are gonna be in what area, right? JGX is gonna Alpha Lance up here pretty early to Theta. They're gonna have mechs here. It might be a mech here later. Definitely mechs over in the Bravo 5, like the old the junkyard, all that sort of stuff. This is going to be the Theta fight now. Who sort of goes around to the left? Oh, sorry, wrong color there. There we go. So sometimes you'll try and often you'll see the Charlie 3, like who gets the edge on the other guy. That will be interesting. If someone can get that good angle and get an early pick,
Team
which we've
2
seen a
locked.
lot, on this map, that early pick in that Charlie 3 area, that can very well change the game.
Mhm.
I think that's where we're going to see the mid to early game. That's going to be the key point because it's Theta now. It's funny, like in years gone past, it wasn't Theta, but these days it's all about Theta.
Absolutely. So with that, both teams are locked in. Match is loading. Hibernal Rift Conquest match 2 of the grand finals. JGX versus Oops, It's the Wild Ones. All right, so let's take a look at. I'm over here on the Oops side, so we'll start with there. We got a Mad Cat Mark II 1. We've got, pardon me, on the JGX side, not Oops side. So Mad Cat Mark II 1, we have a Phoenix Hawk Summoner, Warhammer 2C, a Commando, a Vulcan, an
Holy
Assassin,
shit,
and a
dude.
Stalker.
This is a oops push. This is a hard oops push. They're all medium pulse. Linebacker, Vulcan, Dervish, Jester medium pulse, Quick Draw medium. This is Bowser's in a Charger medium pulse. This is going to be. This is aggro. This is hard aggro into JGX, man. This is
and you can see the aggressive push right now. You got 4 mechs that are charging in right into Epsilon against Dario and the Commando. So it's 4v1. Dario's got to get out of there. You do have some fire from the Stalker though, and also from the Warhammer on the JGX side.
So Navid, Navid, JGX, it is Navid. They're rolling backwards here very quickly with the medium pulse to basically screen and flank. But Oops are going to be here very, very soon now. Oh, what happens here? This is going to be interesting. If Oops need to work out where and how they're going to do it. Kraz is down to 63% from an airstrike.
Big strike goes out
there on Kraz. Huge airstrike, actually. Didn't hurt him too much, though. Looking here, Polycat, Bowser. The push is kind of stalled a little bit here from Oops. A little bit stalled up. A big airstrike.
Brower takes a huge.
Missed him mostly, but Kraz down to 50. Kraz down to 46, 44%. Oh, Kraz is getting lermed here now by Kondo. I don't know if you saw that. Kondo actually has lerms in that Warhammer 2C. And Kraz just got lermed to high heaven. Like, almost to heaven. Almost got sent there. That's crazy.
Yeah, Kraz at 37% at the moment. Where is that lerm, Bodo? He's way back there.
He's right back, yeah. He's sitting right back. Now, Texan's run on the left side now. The top end, if you look at the map there, Texan is kind of trying to draw some fire, and JGX are trying to react to it, but JGX are back, man, into a corner. Like, totally backed into a corner right now.
Jay-Z goes down to Dario.
Yep. Jay-Z goes down there in the Jester. Frio getting hammered here. Grolsch getting hammered in the Stalker. I feel like if JGX have the range and the focus right now, Texan goes down there as well. That's 2 kills now for JGX against Oops here. Or it's... I think they had the heat advantage almost, but they've almost given it away. Grolsch is 23%. Kraz is 30%. Dario, even in the Commando, is down to 45%. Frio goes down there to the Commando, getting chopped up. Stimrar goes down there to Navid there, getting chopped on the legs, I believe. Oh no, sorry, that was a CT on there. Now Polycat and Brower in on data here in this Mad Cat 2 with what is it? The AC, sorry, the 40 peeps, but unable to do much. Oh shit! I always keep stopping. Unable to do a hell of a lot about data there in the end because JJ just had the numbers left. Aggressive push that stalled a little bit.
What I think happened there was, Bowser was ahead of a pack. Dario saw him probably correctly called out medium pulse push, and JGX instantly snap responded.
They were super fast to respond to that. I totally agree. I think Bowser got spotted, and then that's JGX. You just see him almost like on a swivel, bang. They just smash back straight away. Like it is instant. There was no delay there at all. That was, hey, we're getting pushed. JGX instantly, all their medium pulse guys snap back, forget Theta. It doesn't matter anymore. Oh, geez, look at the damage numbers. Wow.
Take a look at those damage numbers. Lerm God in the Warhammer 2C, 748 damage, with followed by Dada with the Mad Cat 1 at 659, and third place. Also Passion the Summoner doing 606 damage. Over on the Oops side, we can see the Kondo in the Lerm Warhammer doing 558 damage. Brower and the Dervish doing 410. And was a Stimrog in the Vulcan doing 349. Bowser in the Charger doing a 187. He was that Charger, of course, it lives up to its name. It got in the fight very quickly.
Almost a little bit too early.
Yeah, because he pushed around. Dario saw the Bowser first. I think if my memory serves me correctly.
Yeah, That's That's definitely how.
Look, the other thing I would point out is, that kind of drill and discipline. That's what comes from practice. Like, it's as simple as that. You practice multiple times in a group in the same setting. you get used to when you get info, you respond straight away.
Yep, and they did, man. JJX snapped that game. That was very, very, very quick. Like instant turn backwards. Hey, they're pushing us medium pulse. Yeah, I think Bowers maybe just gave up gave it up just a little bit there, just a little bit. What was happening?
Yeah, so team swap again?
Yep. Yeah. Just swap the teams around.
Yeah, teams are swapped. So yeah, that went not what we expected as far as at least on the Oops side. Oops opting to do a heavy push. I guess they were from was it? I guess it was Alpha here, not from Bravo. So they did that, and they did what felt like that. I want to say, while JGX they were doing their kind of a typical standoff, right?
Yeah, that works. That works. Just Bowser just ate a little bit too much damage at Epsi, like going around the corner a little bit early, and the team wasn't perfectly in time with him. Just ate a little bit too much damage at the start. I mean, not that made the entire difference of the game or anything, but you eat. Well, I think it was like 20% or something at the start of the match. That's a lot of damage in the CT of the Charger to absorb, especially for later on in the game. And yeah, I mean, Dario spotted it, saw it was coming. Oh shit, right? And they literally JGX snapped back. Where were they headed? They were headed sort of over to here, and they just bang instantly. Charlie 4 turn around backwards.
Yeah, and again,
I still think they could have been. I still think they could have been overrun potentially if that push had continued.
I think so.
But it just stalled a bit, like you said.
It did stall a bit. Yeah, it did. Just a little bit. Just a little.
Yeah.
And the airstrikes too, a little bit there. It just hurt, as airstrikes do.
Yeah, there certainly were some opportunities I think missed on the Oops side. Kraz went down. He got hurt very quickly. He ate a strike, but I can't remember if he survived or not. But he lasted for a lot longer than he should.
Yeah, he was open CT basically after that early trade off. Well, sorry, no, he wasn't open CT, but after the airstrike, the second round of medium pulse from the Oops team opened Kraz up bang in the CT very, very early. So almost a kill miss there in some respects.
Yeah, but it also shows the strength of rotating armor in and out. Kraz knew that he was damaged, so he probably yelled over comms, "I'm backing out. Somebody else go in," or something along those lines. Or they just saw the percentages, and Kraz knew he had to drop out, fade out, and somebody else. I think it was Bear Claw essentially kind of replaced him.
It might have not been so as politically correct as you put it there. Hey, I'm taking a lot of fire. I'm backing out.
No, come on. I realize that, but yeah. So whenever you hear people talking about rotating armor in and out, that's what they mean. JGX did a textbook version of that armor rotation, and we saw mechs that were really hurt at the beginning were able to last the entire battle.
T2 needs 5-minute warning.
So with that, that's enough for Hibernal. Let's talk about Mining Collective.
And so this could be the decider.
This could be JGX wins this. That's it. Then they take tournament win, and then Oops takes second. Oops can come back though. This is still anybody's series. Oops can come back and get a nice win on this and take it to 4, and could even take it to 5. So don't count Oops out yet. They're a strong team. Obviously, JGX is a very strong team, so it's going to matter how they play Mining Collective here.
So I've just done some basic drawing here. We're going to see the JGX assaults, and they've done this time and time again in this year. Heavy this department, this Delta 3, Delta 4 area. There's going to be a lot of ER peeps here, and maybe some ER large too, but I don't think we're going to see too much DACA there, but a Pop Tartar too, perhaps. And then Team 2 actually has a slight advantage in terms of capping Theta, but are Oops going to go and do it? I don't know. We've seen a lot of times this area here, the Echo 4, where Team 1 puts a mech up there and it gets picked off. Same thing if Team 2 puts a mech here in Delta 5, it can also get picked off. So that needs to be a concern for both teams, and they need to be very aware of it, because we've seen it all finals, man. Like, there is a pick early on either the Delta 5 or I'm going to go the Echo 4, the high ground from a light, coming in, picking off a heavy or an assault, and that tips the game very, very quickly if the team pulls it off. Not saying they will, or I mean, and it can actually be the death of you too, because I think it was the GNX game where they didn't actually pull it off. So yeah, I think that's going to be the map movement we're going to see on the caps, and we'll just take it from there. And yeah, sorry guys with the mic if it crackles. It's just Discord. I don't know why it does it.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's been better
Across the
this
world, it
time
just doesn't
around,
work.
but yeah, it's been better this time around. But I do hear it pop up like once in a while, so we've done what we could.
When I'm on an Australian Discord, it doesn't seem to happen. It's just when Australia goes to the USA, problems happen. Like just
yeah, and unfortunately, I can't really say anything because I was helping Oops practice this map on earlier this week or it was yesterday, the day before. So I can't say anything. I can't.
Oh, so you know what they're gonna do? Oh, all right.
I have an idea what they're going to do. I just know what was practiced. But again, I remain impartial, not give anything away. It's not fair to the team. So you'll just have to wait and see it live.
Hey, it's not fair to me, bro. You're holding out on us, man. That's what we call colloquially in Australia keeping the secrets, and that's un-Australian, right?
Well, but it's that impartiality and trying to leave some kind of surprise.
Oh, so there's a pocket strat coming out, is it? You just let the cat out of the bag there.
You
just did it. I think you just let out that there is a pocket strat for this map, and you saw it a couple of days ago in your training sessions. Okay, all right. So we're expecting something a bit different. I get it.
You can think that, but
Mate, you just gave the cat hard. I don't think you realized you just did that, but you did.
Nope.
Oh yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking. I have no idea what you're talking.
Way too cagey and silent right now. I'm on it. I'm all over this now. There we go. It might be 8 a.m. in the morning. I might still be drunk from last night, but I know when I'm being played, right? That's it, right there.
1 minute warning.
Yep. So yeah, it's not too much to draw on the map strat actually for this one, because look, it might well play out as I've said many times, right? And divide the map this way is what happens, because the other teams sort of move into here and the other teams move into here. If that does happen, the Delta 4, Delta 5 area is the scary zone. We see, I mean, we're not going to see, I don't think we're going to see it from these teams, but all throughout the comp, Delta 4, Delta 5, any team that ends up there normally gets airstruck to death.
30 seconds.
Yeah, I think Jay-Z's ready to go. Ready? Cool. All right, let's go then. But yeah, as long as I don't get locked in Delta 4, which I don't think Oops are going to do because they know about it, right? I mean, we're at the top end of basically what's left in MechWarrior Online, and full credit to JGX, right? They've weathered the storm. They're still here. Oh, shivers. God, I always
at least you turned it off before the match started this time.
Yeah. I forget to do it. I don't know. It's just if there's one issue that I've had this season with the casting, I forget to turn the damn timer off. That's my head in.
All right, folks. Here we go. Drop 3 in this best of 5. If JGX wins, that's it. They win the series. But if Oops gets a victory, that means we go on to drop 4.
Yeah. If we've still got a few more giveaways, I'm sure the stream will catch up soon. Maybe we can do some more 1v1s. If Bowser's still keen, I'll ask him after the game. But what do we have on the red team? Because I'm going to have a look at the blue team.
All right, so we have an Executioner, a Jenner 2C, a Panther KK, a Vulcan, Roughneck, Phoenix Hawk, Annihilator, and a Linebacker.
So JGX have a little bit of AMS here. Executioner, Summoner, both in PPCs here. But the Assassin and Vulcan here for Kraz and Bearclaw actually have AMS. Very interesting.
All right, so Oops is doing an aggressive push onto Theta. You got Jay-Z and Texan.
Wow, AMS on Data and Lermgod. So JGX expect perhaps LRMs.
Well, remember that Lerm Strap that was run against RJF last week? They're being prepared in case the same thing's deployed.
It's not being deployed though. Interesting.
So Oops does have a sliver on Theta at the moment. They are guarding it. You have Kraz and the Vulcan and Bearclaw and the Assassin. Taking a peek to see if they're able to get over to maybe flip that cap around. Meanwhile, you do have a big strike against Bowser in the Executioner, taking him down to 92%. Bowser sitting kind of back off doing long range trade against Pasha and Jiffy in the Summoner.
Who was the airstrike on? I totally missed that.
On Bowser.
Oh, on Bowser.
I saw it just out of the corner of my eye. You can see Bowser is trading against like 2 or 3 mechs here from that position in the Executioner. He's over by the stacks here.
Mm-hmm.
But we see over on OP Barrels or Cupcakes and Garage, you got Lerm God and the Bludgeon, Data in the Mad Cat Mark II 1. Certainly trading against Brower in the Roughneck. He's exposed, but he did back up. You got Stimrog in the Jetter, who's sitting up close and maybe getting a chance to see something against Dario. Meanwhile, we see a strike.
Waiting, I think. Stim, yeah.
Meanwhile, we did see a strike over here at by Pasha and Jiffy, but I think it.
Well, here we go.
Was
The
a bit of
movement's
an
on,
airball.
right? So Oops, basically, you can tell there's been a call made to come back to the right side, and they're going to push the assaults here against JGX. Is a very, very, very fast and strong map movement here.
Yeah, but you can always see Kraz responding.
Yep. Kraz and Navito actually rolling back very quickly. I think probably, someone's called it. Dario actually taking advantage of that and going up and trying to cap Theta here. He hasn't actually been able to do it because I think it's Frio there is actually denying that Theta cap with a few shots on the flea bags.
Stimrog running up into Theta and taking fire from 3 different mechs, and he drops off before taking too much damage.
He actually got away with that really, really well. Nearly lost the torso though, which on the Jihad Jenna is pretty rough too. But now Oops coming back to the left.
JGX managed to decap Theta in the meantime.
So Oops coming back to the left side now instead. Jay-Z eating a little bit of damage here coming up, nearly open on the torsos here. Oh, JGX know they're there. JGX know now that Oops are back on the other side of the map again. JGX just really, really good map awareness here, and Oops just trying to find an angle to make something happen, but just not. Dude, they are not catching JGX out today. That's not happening at all. Bowser sitting 59% there, 56% in the Executioner. Pasha, Jiffy up high here. Okay, now there's another push on from Oops there. Okay, now it's on the left side again.
Big strike too.
That's a mean strike. Yeah, mean strike here. But I don't think Oops realize how many mechs for JGX here. They don't realize. Oh no, Jay-Z nearly open on the torso here in the old Phoenix Hawk. I nearly said Penis Hawk there. Sorry, I just did. Open torso here on the Jay-Z here. Pasha hammering him with the ER-PBCs. Polycat again, struggling a little bit here. Fleabags here, Dario in the back, just kind of splitting up the Oops force here. And Oops are backing out, and they have taken so much damage in this push here. I don't think they realized that
Pete Zone is in trouble. Pete Zone's in trouble. He split off in the wrong direction.
Yep. He has to run, man. He has to run, and he has to run fast. Jay Jackson now rolling that back corner of the map. They still have only a 2 cap, actually. Oddly enough, Oops, overall, have a cap advantage here. Now, there is Frio and Baron actually pushing up here on Data in the back corner of, I guess, the Charlie 4, the Cupcakes, and everything else. I mean, they are running and moving and getting the hell out of there, but... Oh, dude, Stimrog just ate a lot of torso damage there and lost his torso on that Jenna. The Jenna is now halved. Oh man. Oops, so low on the armor. Just look at the percentages, the colors. They tell the story here with JGX. Just really strong on their trades. Dude, the map awareness here from JGX's game is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal.
I think it's also the decisiveness. Like, every time Oops have moved, they've shed armor for what is, in effect, a nil gain. Like, maybe 2 to 3% they're taking off 1 or 2 mechs. But they're shedding about, like, 20%.
So Bowser goes down to Data, and then Navid follows up with the kill on Polycat.
So Freo getting the blue balls all over his back there. I'm sure he's enjoying that on a lazy European evening. So that's definitely not what you want. Taking off the torso from the rear action there for Freo. Pasha does finish the job there on him. Texan gets taken out there by Navid. Pit zone here in the linebacker is halved, I think. Yes, he's halved. And JGX, man, there's blood in the water now. This is like feeding frenzy for them right now. They're in. They're all over it. There's 2 guys left here. Oh dear, this is a rough game for Oops. Rough game for Oops here. But dude, hats off to JGX, man. This map, again, like you said, Dai, the Oops pushes just weren't decisive enough, and they cost them too much armor in doing it. 3 times now, trying to get angles. The JGX, man, they're all over it. This map particularly, they are all over it. They have done very well.
Stimrog at 35%.
Even when it comes to a trading mix, like you look at Bowser 1v1 on trading, I would put him right up there with anyone. But 2v1, he's just shedding increments of armor while the team's not doing anything with that sacrifice he's making.
So Navid Brower goes down to Navid. Just barely caught that. We have everything split in 2 right now. Stimrog is left in the Jenner at 35%. Can I get to him before he goes down?
He wants Kraz, but Kraz wants him more, and he gets taken out there. That's a 3-0 wipe to JGX, who are, I believe, now the winners for 2020.
Yep.
That's
congratulations,
right.
guys. They have I don't think they've dropped the last at all.
Nope. They went a perfect 100 matches in the in the open qualifiers, and they haven't even lost a single drop in any match. Looking at those damage numbers, you've got
spread, dude.
Yeah, you got Dada in the Mad Cat 1 doing just shy of 600 damage, followed by Kraz in the Vulcan doing 508, and Pasha in the Executioner doing 463. Over on the Oops side, you've got Freo and the Annihilator doing a respectable 401, followed by Bowser in the Executioner doing 312. He got shut down really early by strikes though. And Texan in the Vulcan doing 255. Oops just wasn't able to find that momentum. They weren't. You could see them kind of deking back and forth against the backside of Theta, trying to figure out which way to go. And when they did eventually push, like you mentioned, they didn't really have the scouting info as far as how many mechs were there. I just pulled up the map strat here, so we can kind of talk about it.
Yep.
Well, do we want to get an interview with the respective team captains?
Yep. I've sent them both a message, so we'll be joined with them very, very shortly. But yeah, there was the Oops there was a movement here, then there was back to here, and then it was back to here. But it was the second time they came back here to Echo 4 where JGX had 5 mechs here. I'm not sure they realized, and that just ate so much damage at that point. And that's what tipped it right there. Like, that was it. There's no more armor left.
Yeah, that was difficult. And then you had Pete Zone kind of having to escape this way. And as he was escaping, you had JGX coming around this corner and hitting him pretty hard. That was a difficult escape for Pete Zone.
Yep.
He did get
linebacker,
out.
Right? You can't do anything. You got no jump jets. You can't fly anywhere or anything like that. And welcome, Mr. Kraz and Mr. JZ. GG's today, fellas.
You like there you go.
What's going on, boys?
Oh,
Have an Aussie party in here.
It's all Australia now, boys. Sorry, Nutty, you're the old one out here, mate.
Oh, he's still a colonial.
The Queen is on our money too, so we
Righto, let's Mr. JZ. How were the games today, and how was fielding a Hatchet Man team this season? Run us through it, mate. What are your overall thoughts?
Oh, honestly, it was actually pretty fun. So yeah, like here's the thing. Comp in 2020, there's a lot of I guess different landscape. There's not as many units still around, so it's just good fun to get a few of wild ones together. Oops guys, a couple guys from EMP and PHL, and just have a go. And happy with second, got silver medal. That's pretty cool. Got to play my first grand final and for a lot of the guys in the team, it was their first grand final. So yeah, just
Okay,
honestly, look, it made it time zones were in practices and scrims were all fun. I think I set my alarm for 4:50 more times this year than I would like to admit. um, but yeah, no, I'm really proud of the guys, and also the Wolf team. So we have Whoop, so Whoop's just the wild ones.
Yeah.
But Wolf, which is our second team, they turned up to a lot of scrims and practices, and so they're also more wild ones, more Oops, more similar teams there. And so I'm really want to shout out to those guys too, and for everyone turning up and practicing at all kinds of weird hours and times. And yeah, I'm just really impressed with the
I
effort
saw
of
you
like,
guys on because I'm in on the night shift at work and up super late as opposed to super early, which is this morning. And yeah, you guys have been online, dude. I'm like, hey, what are you guys doing on at 4 a.m. like Australian time? That's nuts. Like that's crazy.
yeah.
Mr. Krez,
How's it going?
how did you guys go this season apart from not losing a game?
Well, yeah, I mean, you can't really complain on that front, I suppose.
That's true.
But given, as Jay Z said, we're one of the last remaining, I suppose, old comp teams that are still formed.
Yeah,
It was more to be expected than it wasn't. Um,
that's fair. Yep.
but yeah, it was enjoyable. I mean, it's nice. I mean, when you look at it over the years, um, people have been saying, well, the game and comp is dying. You know, they've been repeating that for years and years and years. So I was just really happy with the amount of teams that ended up playing in the
Yeah,
tournament this
I
year.
think it's the biggest
That was
load of
great.
bullshit that comp in the game is dead. This is the biggest year we've had in what 2 years, or you know, I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, it's not
Well,
the high
since
skill end, but the teams overall, it's massive. It's amazing.
yeah, so it was almost a 20% increase just on teams participating, which was great. Um, and yeah, it was surprising to me because I was expecting, you know, maybe a little bit less than last year, for example, in terms of teams that wanting to participate. But for me to see that many, you know, to help organize it at the start and then let it run its course, and then to see how many people and everything involved in it, I found that was really good. From a team
Mhm.
perspective, well, yeah, we really enjoy comp together, so that's why we've stuck together, and it's nice to have still, you know, an 8v8 competition. As nice as the TOC, you know, season 1 and 2 were, the 5v5s, they're not quite the same as 8v8, right? It's
Mm.
a
No, it's not. It's
a
different.
much
It's
different
not the
feel.
same. Yeah,
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 yeah.
it has
So it's really nice to
I'll
see,
give
you
it
know.
that. It's fun,
Yeah,
but it's different fun, right? It's yeah. I think the AV8 brings a more complete feel, I guess. It's a
Yeah,
strange word,
absolutely.
but a more complete feel to,
no,
as in
that's yeah, that's
competitive
the best
play,
way to
right?
put it. Yeah, it's the best way to
Yeah.
put it. 5v5 one cap, something different, something new, but it wasn't it wasn't the same as, you know, playing that big 8v8 with the 5 caps and, you know, different strategies and everything. And
Mm,
yeah, it was really good. It was good that Whoops formed because obviously they're a new team, but there's a lot of comp experience in that team,
mm.
and we were really, I suppose, second and third guessing ourselves as to what they'd bring. We presumed you'd bring, you know, cheesy sort of stuff to try and get it. Well, no, but honestly, like, and you did,
Yeah. Yeah.
and and we had to sort of really prepare for those, you know, and figure out, well, we want to play our best
We
deck,
saw
but we also
AMS
we
last
need
game, right? Just then.
well,
So
yeah,
much everyone
mining
had
and
AMS.
hibernal.
Yeah.
Or actually, all every map we took AMS. Um, we had AMS on most of our mechs, just in case. Yeah, they were going to throw in, you know, a sneaky LRM strategy or
Yep.
something like that. I was surprised. One thing I was surprised to see was the SRMs on hibernal. I wasn't expecting the SRMs, so that's even after trying to think of all the different types of strats that they would come up with, there was still like a
I
surprise,
still
like,
got you,
oh,
right?
like
Yeah.
they've got these big alpha SRM builds that can be very dangerous. You know, it can be one hit you can die.
Hmm. Man, Jihad Jenna is no joke. Like
Mhm.
it's no joke. That thing is no joke at all, as JC can probably tell you.
Yeah. No,
I will say I was half expecting to see the Viper come out again
Oh my god.
on Mining
we
Collective.
almost did.
That's what I was biting my tongue about. So I was mentioning, it's like, oh, well, I was helping Oops practice the other day, so I can't really say anything about Mining Collective.
Yeah.
and
Oh.
There was that. Look, we actually had a lot of science and strats and stuff, and I think, and it's one of the big challenges. I think most teams will be feeling it. I'm sure lots of viewers in chat would feel it too. Is just getting like finding time for everyone to be online and that running to practices. Like a lot of our practices were only 4v4s or something, which is really hard to practice how it's really going to work in a full scale thing. We had some scrims, and we had scrims particularly with Whoop, RJF, PHL, and that,
Mm.
which I
Man,
really
I
appreciate.
heard rumors that JGX had 3 training teams and they were doing 28-hour practices.
20
Not
practices
quite.
20 hours a day.
Not quite. We did. We had a second team, of course, as well. Not Dropship 5, and they came fourth, which
Yeah.
was an excellent result.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that,
Oh,
like,
Nutty,
it was,
there's a new
well,
lobby,
they
by the
almost
way.
they
just
almost
quickly.
beat you guys, Jay. That was super close.
Yeah.
Some of that, especially like you managed to pull the win on the first map, Rubelite, and then it ended up being 2-2. You ran away with it in Tourmaline, but there were some nice
Yeah.
close matches.
We had some stuff we were hoping to save for later, like, oh well, got to use it.
Yeah. Yeah, I
But no.
thought there was a little bit of sandbagging here and there, but then once it
I wouldn't
gets to
say
like,
sandbagging, but
well, that's what it is. That's what it's called. If you're not
yeah,
taking
fair
your
enough.
best deck, it's you're sandbagging,
Fair
even
enough.
if it's just one mech, you know.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, but yeah.
But no, it's fun. I mean, I think this is, and a lot of the guys here have been playing for a long time, but I think a lot of fun in comp is making those sort of decisions. I think particularly today, if we just had a little bit more time to get with everyone, where everyone was not being smashed by work. I mean, a bunch of us in the team were doing like 60-hour weeks. Some of us have unwell
Yeah.
or have members are unwell. It's real life. It's real life. But regardless, the thing is that when we play the game, the idea is to have fun, and it's despite all the real life stuff. So that's kind of the reason I think I keep coming back to comp, and many do. Is it's just
That's
like
why people still
Yeah.
play, mate. They still play.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah, but
core
definitely
thing.
in
They
our
still
side of the
play.
community, that is 100% true. I mean, there's
Mm.
only so much faction playing quick play, at least in my opinion, you can do until you sort of
yeah.
go, like,
Yeah.
sort of.
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe that will change if PGI brings some actual changes and new content to the table in the future. Then that makes it more interesting. But considering we've had the same maps and the same mechs and the same balance for what is it, 2 years
A
now?
long time.
Basically,
2.5
yeah,
almost.
a long time. Like it's the actual just routine of doing that is
But even
very
just the
stale.
talk that there might be something happening, and I've seen a lot of guys come back right after 2-year hiatus, just at the possibility that something might happen. I mean, look, it might not. I don't know. To me, the
Yeah,
town
but
hall was a bit of a letdown, honestly. But
Yeah.
like
Well,
there's still a lot of guys coming
but it's
back though, right?
but
Like a lot. It's good.
but it's gone from not having a town hall to having a town hall.
That's
So
true.
it's at least
Yeah.
one step. Like
Yeah.
It's a step in the
baby
it's a step in the right
steps, and maybe not as fast as we want, but it's still
yeah.
at least in the right direction.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
it's a step in the right direction, and come January when they release the roadmap, that's where my focus on is right now is what is that roadmap going to look like come January, and what is what the future of the game is going to look like. One of the things that I just kind of
So
wanted to mention.
Just let me
Yep.
cut in here very quickly because the stream
Yep.
delay. We're going to do some more 1v1s because we have some more codes left. So I've started a new lobby. I'll send you an invite, Mr. Nutty, when you leave the one you're in.
Okay.
So yeah, if you would like to jump in, Live can sort that out in the Twitch chat and let us know. And yeah, we'll do another, I don't know, half hour of 1v1s or something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to mention, it's just to the point of the fact that there's not much of the old guard left as far as like the old competitive teams that were out there. This is an
It really
opportunity. This is the opportunity for all of these new teams that are standing up that want to put their hat into the ring and become more play more in the competitive line of hey, this is the time is now to put your teams together and get that kind of that team synergy going, get the practices going, get into comps. You've got ICS coming up, you've got Renegade 3s. I imagine Trials of Combat will be coming back, or any of the other comps that are out there. So this is the time to get your teams together. Don't wait for the comp to be announced and then sign up and go, oh, I should put together a team. Put them together now and start practicing.
Well, something
But
interesting
if
is
you
I've
look
heard
at
from a bunch of
Gudra and Synergy, like that's a team that literally only just formed out of a bunch of guys who play faction together, and they made it through to the semis. Not Dropship 5. Most of those guys, barely played together before they started doing internals with JGX, and they came in fourth place. But the options are there to progress. You just need to put in the time.
Yeah, overall, comp now is more accessible to the majority than it ever was. by pure skill attrition of players. Like a lot of the high skill has left the game, which in some ways is not good, but in other ways it opens other doors, right, to other teams and opportunity to basically not get your shit punched in, to put it for want of a better word, right? There's just the skill has just dropped a bit. So if you're that sort of mid-tier level or even the lower tier, like Division E just is more fun now than ever, truly. And I love casting the lower division games for that reason, because there's all manner of crazy stuff that goes on. It's just good fun to watch, and the guys enjoy playing it. That's all it is. It's just MechWarrior different.
Something I
That's
noticed
good.
is I spend a lot of time with like these newer teams, and because I hit some of them up, so like, in terms of new unit, and I see like a large group of them somewhere, like, oh yeah, just chat, like, hey, what are you guys doing? And you say, oh yeah, we just formed up. And occasionally just you come to Discord. I've actually hit my 100 Discord limit, so I have to leave Discord to get into other ones. And I have them mostly muted, but it's more so I said
Yeah,
to
I'm the
them,
same as
ping
that
me.
actually. I've got so many
Yeah.
random discords,
And
like
I
from
said like,
different teams.
but yeah, I told them if you need help with something, just ping me. I probably won't see it. If I don't see the ping, then PM me. But like I've had a lot of fun over the last year or so. Well, been for a few years now actually. But just being new teams, and they may not have made the top 12. But it's just really exciting. So hey, here's what a drop sheet looks like. Oh wow, we can play on sheets. Like yeah, I made this for the wild
A lot
ones
of
years
them
ago.
came close, man. Like very close. Like
Yeah.
very close.
Yeah. And anyway, and some are having a blast in CompQ. Even during CompQ in Twitch chat, some of them will be streaming the matches, and I go, hey, how you guys going? And just trying to give encouragement. Because the thing is, to me,
Yeah.
I have fun. I enjoy it when newer teams learn and have fun. I enjoy it when I train new pilots and they play comp for the
Man,
first time, or
same
they
thing,
play.
man. All the
Yeah,
time. I'm like, as much as I can, stopping past new player Twitches, and I get so
yeah,
many dropping past my streams and stuff. And it's just, even after 8 years, right? There's still new players coming in, man, and I love it. I love that. I like to help them, show them. I mean, shit, we did 45 minutes of radar derp science the other week. Last week, just on the stream, trying to science out radar derp because one guy asked one question. 45 minutes later, we're balls deep on 17 lobbies. Like, yeah, good fun.
One thing I do appreciate though is that comp is now AP centric, given this channel composition particularly. There is a bit of national pride here.
I do feel a little outnumbered. Not gonna lie. I feel like I'm being ganged up on just a little bit. I'm the only
Yeah,
one
you
here
just need
without
to
an
be
accent.
careful when you just need to be careful when Kraz starts calling you mate.
Put it this way: if you want something done, leave it to Australia.
Yeah, and I mean, moving forward, I end up designing basically every comp this year, but it's not like I'm locking that away, just for me. We want more people to be involved in making comps and contributing on that side of things. So if there's anyone out there who wants to get involved in helping with organize competitions and everything that involves with that, because it is a lot of work. It's a lot of
Fuck
work
yeah.
doing that.
Oh my god.
Then
Yeah.
we're looking for people to help with that, really. So just contact us.
Hit us up.
Next
Yeah,
year,
that's it.
if PGI gets back to developing the game, next year will be the
A
biggest year
very
we've
big
had in
year.
comp
Yeah.
like for many years. I can
Yep.
guarantee it.
I totally agree with you, mate.
I would
Well,
also
thanks.
just like to take the
Oh.
time here to just say a quick thanks to everyone involved in this comp, like from the
Yeah,
players,
man.
for staff, the casters, Kraz for organising it, Live for the organisational work he does behind the scenes. We give him a lot of shit, and it's all
He
justified,
deserves it.
completely justified.
Completely
But
deserves it, dude.
but he still does a lot of work. For someone who doesn't play the game that much anymore, but loves comp dearly.
Does he play the game
Yeah.
at all?
No.
I see him play every now and then.
Dude, he dropped once
most-
like 3 weeks ago and then was telling everybody, "Oh, I play McCory again." I'm like, "Take it easy, mate. Take it easy."
Especially played an ATM maker.
all you need to do is just tell
He
him, hey,
probably,
if
he
you
probably
again,
hasn't played since ATM were introduced, Jay. Give him some slack,
no,
mate.
look, just tell him that if he
Giving
logs
him a
in,
run.
he'll actually get a unit invite from Pasha. He'll be in there like within 5 seconds, even if he's at work.
No, I'm just gonna remove Pasha's privileges for unit invites. Just give me a second.
Well, I guess that kind of rounds out the finals. The chat, well done, JGX, well done to Oops, and all the other teams for getting to where they did on the ladder. I mean, a lot of teams did really, really, really well this year. It was a great casting. We're going to keep doing some 1v1s, but Kraz and Mr. Jay-Z? Thanks, guys.
No, thank
No
you.
worries, mate.
Yes.
Good games,
Thanks,
JZ.
you guys, and GG's.
GG's. All right, see you at the next one.
Mhm. All right, we've got some more codes to give out. So I'm happy to go as long as you are, Mr. Nutty, with these. So
Yeah.
you say when you've had enough, and then we'll call it. But I believe the next one